Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan, and this is your JIS News for Monday, September 30, 2024. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is in India for a working visit from September 30 to October 3. On Monday, Dr. Holness was greeted by India's Minister of State for Finance. Prime Minister Holness says the visit will open doors for both nations, deepen ties, and pave the way for greater collaboration and shared growth. Earlier today, Prime Minister Holness spoke on areas such as education, health, and capacity building. He also took part in a street naming exercise with his delegation and Jamaican cricketer Chris Gayle. Several memoranda of understandings are expected to be signed during Dr. Holness's visit, as well as engagements of bilateral cooperation. Among the areas of cooperation being explored are cultural exchange, digital transformation, and sports. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, says there is an urgent need for international cooperation in combating climate change. She was addressing the general debate of the 79th session of the General Assembly of the United Nations in New York over the weekend. Minister Johnson-Smith urged major polluting nations to honor their commitments under the Paris Agreement and fulfill their financial obligations.
Jamaica endorses the call for a redoubling of international cooperation and action to accelerate mitigation and adaptation. All countries must maintain the target of limiting global temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius through enhanced NDCs based on the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities.
Minister Johnson-Smith also highlighted the need to address structural and systemic issues hindering access to development financing for small island developing states.
We call upon wealthier countries and the IFIs to partner with developing countries and to redouble their efforts to create and implement innovative strategies to unlock financing and spur investments towards attaining the SDGs.
Looking ahead, Minister Johnson-Smith said the upcoming 4th International Conference on Financing for Development offers a vital opportunity for concrete commitments to tackle current financing challenges. Work is to begin shortly on the Lancewood pipeline extension project in Exchange, St. Anne, following Friday's groundbreaking. The $16 million project is being spearheaded by the National Water Commission (NWC) and forms part of a broader infrastructure development for the community. Over 400 residents in Lancewood and adjoining districts are expected to benefit from the upgrades. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness said the government is committed to improving water supply across rural communities.
The works, it will entail, first of all, the replacement of old encrusted, probably asbestos pipes that were used for distribution. In other words, these are the pipes that would take water from the main to your house. We are also in procurement for works to be done on the main, as was announced, and that is a $300 million project, which will increase the main to a 10-inch main using what is called ductile iron pipes.
For her part, Acting Vice President of Operations at NWC, Dr. Philippa Campbell-Francis, said over $300 million have been expended in Exchange over the past 4 years.
The completed works in Exchange will reflect the highest engineering standards. So the intention is from Upton Tank to be able to serve the entire community of Exchange, and by extension Lancewood, for which we are now doing further pipe works.
Dr. Campbell-Francis urged the residents to regularize their accounts and pay their water bills to support ongoing improvements. Over 580 fisherfolk who were affected by Hurricane Beryl will benefit from $29 million in support from the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Beneficiaries hail from St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Clarendon, St. Thomas and St. Catherine. In a recent statement to Parliament, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green says the assistance includes cash vouchers for the purchase of fishing gear and funds for repairing cooperative buildings.
We have provided $700,000 to the Half Moon Bay Fisherfolk Cooperative in Hellshire in Portmore, for them to repair their cooperative building.
Minister Green also recognized the critical support from partners such as the Sandals Foundation of $2.5 million to the fisheries sector, as well as $10 million from the NCB Foundation and Rainforest Caribbean. The minister highlighted other works being done by the ministry.
We have already distributed $150 million to our members of parliament. 100 million around agriculture, 50 million around fisheries. Again, that distribution has been based on the extent of damage that was suffered under Hurricane Beryl.
And finally, Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green is assuring consumers that there will be an adequate supply of produce for the upcoming Christmas season. Minister Green says the post-Hurricane Beryl recovery process for the 48,000 affected farmers has been promising.
Based on what we're seeing now, based on the pace of the recovery, based on the support that we have provided, we do expect that we will have a good Christmas. We do expect that we will have adequate supplies, especially of our vegetable lines. Again, we're working with our chicken farmers to try and ensure that we build back that domestic, local, small chicken producer segment.
Minister Green was speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. To further enhance local chicken production, the ministry will be distributing pullets for layer chickens to revitalize egg production ahead of the festive season. The agriculture minister says this is an important aspect of rebuilding the domestic market for small chicken producers. He's also imploring consumers to support our local farmers. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.